have a new head of the school over at Oakland Early College for the West Bloomfield School District. Morrison Borders joins us now on the MegaCast. Great to have you with us. How are you today? Happy Friday.
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me today.
So as someone who's in education, do you celebrate Fridays like we do over here at the MegaCast?
Well, this time of year when you're getting ready for school to start, there's really no difference between a Friday and a Monday, unfortunately, especially with all the changes and some of the uncertainties. So it's all kind of the same.
So with that, Morrison, we know that you're going to be the new head of school over at Oakland Early College. We've talked to your previous people in your position throughout the pandemic, but for you, give us a little bit of your background and then your anticipation for this new role.
Sure. So I've been in education since 2003. I actually started as a teacher at Farmington Hills Harrison, which is interesting because Oakland Early College is just right around the corner from the former site of Harrison. Then I went out to Howell, and I was a high school assistant principal for 5 years. I ran the freshman campus out there for a few years. We had about 720 freshmen, so it was a fairly large building.
Holy cow, that's a lot of kids.
Yeah, it's a big high school out there. So then I came back to West Bloomfield in 2012, where I was an assistant principal at Orchard Lake Middle School. And then I became principal at Orchard Lake Middle School in 2013. In 2019, I went into central office. Didn't really like that, and so I transitioned back into an administrative role with Lakers Online, where I oversaw 6 through 12 students during the pandemic there, and then now I'm at O.E.C.
So you do know that, Morrison, since you navigated the Lakers Online program throughout the pandemic, you get to add at least 7 years onto your resume.
Yeah, for sure. Kids, a lot of kids that I've talked to at O.E.C. so far are like, we can't be online anymore. And I'm like, I don't want to be online anymore either. So we both have the same feeling.
So with that, we do know Oakland Early College, this is such a great program that the West Bloomfield School District offers to its students. But for those that may not be familiar with it, give us a little bit of background. It's like a jump start on their college education.
Exactly. So it's not only offered to West Bloomfield students, it's offered to any student in Oakland County that would like to apply to the program. And so what it is in its simplest form is it's a blended experience of high school and college. So through the course of, it's really a 5-year program. So students don't end the program in 12th grade, they end the program in what we call 13th grade. And so throughout the program, they have to meet the Michigan Merit Curriculum, which is the state mandated courses that you have to have in order to receive a state endorsed diploma. But as they go, they take more and more college classes every year until really that 13th year. Most of our students are taking all college courses, and they'll have one high school course called 13 Seminar, where they really kind of meet to focus up. And by the time they're done, by the end of their coursework, students will graduate O.E.C. with a high school diploma and up to an associate's degree. But in order to earn the O.E.C. diploma, you have to have at least 30 college credits, which is a ton. And OCC affords our students lots of different opportunities. You can go into different certification programs, or you can earn different associate's degrees. And then all of that is paid for. All those college courses are all paid for by the district.
I will tell you, that is just such an amazing program, not only for the students, but also for their parents. Because when you take a look at the cost of college education today, even if it's at the community college, that's a huge cost savings. So who qualifies for this program?
Really, anyone can qualify. The only stipulation we have is that you have to have completed Algebra 1 before you can enroll in the program. So many of our students apply to the program in 10th and 11th grade. You can't apply to the program after you've completed your 11th grade year, so going into 12th grade, would be too late. But we have students coming in 10th and 11th grade, and just recently, we've opened it up to freshmen, so students can actually start the program in 9th grade. This year we have 11 freshmen coming in as of right now. We have some more interviews and more applications to look through. But Oakland Early College is a place for students who want to do school a little bit differently. Right? We're a very small field, and as great and awesome as those college credits are, for me, that's really not what makes O.E.C. great. What makes O.E.C. great is the students, the community and culture that has been built. It's really a tight-knit family. All the students and parents will eventually have my cell phone number. I've given it out a number of times. I did an introduction webinar and I gave it out. So not many high school students can say they have their head of school or principal cell phone number. But all of our teachers are 100% focused on our students. And we have a small staff, so they are very close. And really what sets Oakland Early College apart is that community feel. While the college credits are great, right? If you don't have that great community and culture, students aren't going to have the best possible experience.
So how many students does this program accept?
Currently we have, for the next school year, we have 160 students currently. Our cap is usually around 190. So we will fluctuate between that. And like I said, right now we have 160, including the students who are coming in, but we could add a few more.
So I know really one of the goals of this is to also get the students acclimated to the college campus life or the college life. But last year was a little bit different. We're hoping people are going to be in person this year. So I feel like maybe you're coming in at a good time, but if we do have to go remote, you have that handled too.
Correct. Yep. So last year, what O.E.C. did is it was very similar to some other schools in the area where it was half the students would come in and so they would rotate. You'd have half the students one day, half the students the next day. And then so we are kind of, it is interesting though, because we are really tied to what OCC does, because so many of our students all of our students take college classes. Even our freshmen, their second semester will take one college class. And so that teamwork between us and OCC is very important to make sure that we're on the same page. And they understand what we're doing and we understand what they're doing.
So when we're talking about the students are taking college classes in high school, are we talking about our basics that when we go to college that we have to take, or are these elective classes that they can kind of pick and choose from?
Both, actually. So at OCC, there's a number of art classes that our students take. They have a number of theater classes. There's a culinary arts program there at OCC as well. Students can go through. So really, the great thing about the program is that all of our O.E.C. students, while they're high school students and they have a high school counselor, they also have a college OCC counselor. And they talk to that counselor about what universities they would like to go to, what their plan is for after college. And that college counselor really guides them through, gets them into the right classes so they're ready to move on to whatever their next step is in education.
Morrison Borders with us here on the MegaCast. He's the new head of school over at the Oakland Early College, which is run out of the West Bloomfield School District. And with that, Morrison, just a minute or two here with you. Going forward into this upcoming school year, coming out of the pandemic, what do you anticipate the schools or the students are going to be most excited for? Is it just being in person?
Okay. I've had a number of conversations with students, and that is exactly what it is. It's the getting back to the quote unquote normal, we say, and being able to be on campus, see your friends on a daily basis, interact with people like you used to. Because during the pandemic, a lot of students were shut off. This day and age, our kids, my own kids, they live their lives through electronics, right? So they get all that socializing at school a lot of times, and not having that opportunity really sets some students back. So I think students and staff, for that matter, are super excited to be back in person, ready to get back to doing things that they love to do, and not, talking through the camera.
Oh, isn't that the truth? But what are the logistics involved in this and trying to coordinate the days that they're at the high school versus days that they're on the college campus? And what about transportation?
Yeah, so actually our school is located at OCC. We are on OCC's campus. So as students begin to progress and they take more and more college classes, they base that off of what their high school schedule is. So we have a very flexible schedule where in the afternoons, so we have a 6-period school day, which most high schools do, but we alternate 5th and 6th hour as a 2-hour block. So students have the ability to take those college classes in the afternoon on maybe a Monday and a Wednesday, or a Tuesday and a Thursday. And we have some great activities that we do on Fridays. So it's really their high school schedule and college schedule are really just melded together. And they're not two separate things. They're one schedule that's created for them every year.
It has to be so cool to say, I'm a high school student, but I'm in college.
Yes. I mean, you know, it's. I've had the opportunity to be around O.E.C for many years. I'm very good friends with the past head of school, Jennifer Newman, and I've done a number of activities down there over the years. And the students at O.E.C have always been just awesome. You walk in, they're in your face in a good way, right? They introduce themselves, they shake your hand. You know, they're a great group of kids, and they really love the school, and they love you know, what opportunities O.E.C has given them.
Morrison Borders with us here on the MegaCast. He's the new head of the school over at Oakland Early College. And Morrison, we want to say congratulations on the promotion and best of luck in your new role.
All right, great. Thank you very much. It was great talking to you guys today.